when you talk about cash flow,
Yeah.
there are a few different problems. One, they're not bringing enough in, or they're not bringing it in quickly enough. Two, they're spending too much, more than they need to. A third area is they're overpaying their taxes. Well, cost segregation applies to anybody who owns or improves commercial or rental residential property.
Okay.
So if you buy a building or build a building, typically what happens is the building is depreciated over 39 years. If it's rental residential property, it's depreciated over 27 and a half years.
All right.
Why 27 and a half? Who knows?
Somebody thought it was a good number.
Somebody thought it was a good number. Yeah. But the IRS says you don't have to do it that way.
Okay.
And by doing an engineering-based cost segregation study, you can actually accelerate that depreciation. So the easiest way to look at it is you take a Big Mac.
Yeah.
It's either a Big Mac or it's 2 all-beef patties, special sauce, lettuce, cheese, pickles, onions on a sesame seed bun. We're going to take that building and we're going to break it into all of its main components.
Gotcha.
All of the non-structural components can then be depreciated at 5, 7, and 15 years.
Okay. So mechanical costs.
Right. If you speed up the depreciation, that means more tax deductions now. Okay. And with the passage of the 2017 Tax Cuts and Jobs Act, we now have what they call 100% bonus depreciation.
Okay. What's that?
If you do it within the first year of ownership, you can take all of that short life property, the 5, 7, and 15-year property, the first year.
The entire thing?
100%.
Okay.
So
if you have a big tax bill coming and you just bought a new facility, or this applies to rental too, doesn't it?
It does.
So is it if you've done like major construction on a rental property, or
if you are a lessee and you've done major leasehold improvements,
okay,
you can do a cost segregation study on that as well. So we can go in. Probably my best case right now is somebody built a warehouse in the area. And I was talking to their CPA, and he said, I don't know what we'd really get out of it by doing it because it's just a warehouse.
Right.
And I said, well, let's run the numbers. I can run a free estimate for anybody.
Okay.
So we ran the numbers with just a few pieces of information, and the initial estimate said he was going to pay somewhere around $15,000 for the study.
Okay.
But we were going to get him an additional $1.1 million of tax deduction.
Okay.
So they thought that was a good idea to do.
Yeah.
And we went ahead and did the study, and we do a site visit and take pictures and then submit all the blueprints and everything to our engineers who work up the study. When the study was all said and done, we were able to save them an additional $2.3 million.